Hello, is this working? It should be. Let's see, is it working properly? Oh, it is! It is working. Hopefully, he says. Is it working properly? Yes, it is. Hello, everyone. Right then, I have fun because my OBS is saying it's disconnected from something, and I can't find out what it's disconnected from. And so I'm just quickly, as he says, checking everything. Checking, and checking everything. Right. Oh, I've got a stats doc as well. Do not show again. Okay. Alright. How is everyone? How are we doing? Anyone have any suggestions for what they'd like to do today? Or shall we just do... hello, Blackbird Center. Another show. Hello. Let's just do this because it would never happen in real life, so we might as well do it as a one-on-one. Let's go to design ships and let's get our designs out and see what we're going to have fighting. So for the Royal Navy, we could have the Lion, the Orion, or the Dreadnought. I think we're going to try the Dreadnought because it's just fun. And we're going to go up against... oh, we'll go up against the Montana equivalent, aka Utah. And launch and see what happens. I have an idea what happens because I've done this a couple of times before, but there's always a possibility of a random shot. Hello, Blackbird. I think I said that, but I'm not sure. No, if I didn't, I did. I am broadcasting on the correct thing. That's good. Oh, hello. Right, so this is Dreadnought. She is pretty much, well, what I have a sneaking suspicion would be if the Yamatos had continued on and World War II had held off till about 1945, I have a feeling the Royal Navy would have built the first 4 Lions in the 9-gun configuration, the last 2 Lions in the 12-gun configuration, and then might have built 2 more ships, dreadnoughts, with 4 quad guns. Hello, I have a suggestion. I sent it to you on YouTube on your video. Did you ever make a Tillman 4-2 versus Yamato? No, I haven't yet. But I think we could do one today. We could do one today. We're going to speed things up to 10 times speed. Mostly because we do like them going fast through the water. It looks cool. It looks cool when you're sort of almost donutting in a battleship. Oof. I know how heavy the armor is on the other one as well. Honestly, the Montana is probably... Montana and Yamato have designs on here have the heaviest armor of any of the battleships. Even this vessel, the Dreadnought, she's good, but she doesn't, to my memory, have as heavy armor as they do. I think that has literally... that armor is very, very heavy. Let's go see what the Montana's doing. Hello, Sean. How you doing? I will make it a modernised Tillman. Oh, they've got a spread of fire. See, this is the trouble with firing at long range. You're basically, it's down to luck what happens. And also, the shells are coming in at such a high angle. If you watch them, they're coming at such a high angle. It's going to be a deck hit. It's going to be a top on a turret hit. It's going to be a that sort of angle. It's not going to be on the belt. This is the problem with doing long range engagements. It's going to be it almost does come down to deck armor. It's good for me, but not good for them, this. There is a small differential in range. A small differential in range, and also a small differential in cruising speed, caused by the fact that that has a top speed of 28 knots, this is a top speed of 30 knots. Hello, John Culver. Gonna see where the shells hit. Oh, that's not good. Good firefighting system aboard you. Very good firefighting system. Shumak, if all the ways has taught me anything, it's deck armor is the single most expensive thing you can put on a ship in terms of tonnage. Yep, it is. It's the same in UAD. Now you see, Utah absolutely rocked through that, but I'm fairly certain that pretty much wiped out her shell supply. The fact she has as many shells left as she does is testimony to how many were stored in the turrets rather than the magazines. Oh. And this is why you don't want long-range fire. You want to get close. I think I can turn you back over to AI control, because whilst they do have 160 shells left, the fact is that's not many. As the range goes down, so do the hits, not. Hey, Kingsford. Now, the ultimate irony would be if closing the range actually ended up with Dreadnought losing her own shells in such a also similar hit on something. Oh, look at that! That's going to affect her firing range, because that's the main superstructure damaged. Oh. Was was better off hanging at range, wasn't it? It was better off hanging at range. I think they're down to no high explosive anymore. But look, this ship is fighting. It's a good, solid American ship. Ooh. That's just not in a good condition. The fact it's still afloat is frankly amazing me. We have fires going on again. But we are now in 5-inch gun range. Which I would consider just a bit cruel. One thing in the class is a very good design. The video about which went live, it should have gone live tonight at 7 on the YouTube channel. So, we want Tillman, Tillman 4. Ah, the good old Maxim Battleship. Design number 4. So let's see, what do I want to put into you? Well, that's okay. 80,000 ton battleship for them. Let's see. Guns. 24 16-inch guns. Well, let's see what we can build. Exit. No. This is going to have to become Japan. This is going to have to become the United States. Let's go to design ships. We'll make sure that Japan is our version of Yamato. There she is. Hello. Now, the reality I should be mentioning, and I will mention this from the historical actually, is if the German battleships existed, there is no way Yamato would have existed like this. In the nicest way, the Japanese would have responded, but their response could be interesting. So we'll go to a new design. We need something that's, well, we'll have to use this. It's gonna start off heavy, but in the nicest way, we've got to deal with an 80,000 ton ship anyway. What can we do? We've got centerline guns. We have 16-inch guns. We have quadruple turrets, are the biggest we can get. We want to have 24 guns though, so yeah. I have a plan. Let's see. Speed 25 knots. Training, well, that's the Americans, so it's going to be that. I think they're going to be oil. Let's have them upgraded, because that will make my life a little bit easier. They will be upgraded. They will be upgraded to the nth degree. They'll have even had their armor upgraded to the most modern armor that you can possibly do. Best barbettes, best anti-torpedo, triple hulls, because they probably would have been actually at that time. Reinforced bulkheads, anti-flood, and we'll go for that. All or nothing armor scheme. We'll sort out everything else shortly in a bit. let's go for that to semi-auto. So, secondary tab. There's more to do that, so let's see. What can I do to get another one of you in? If I move you forward to there, and I move you forward to there, and I move you forward to there, and I move you to there, and you to there, and then I put barbettes, huge, there, 9 guns, 9 guns, 16. What can we do? Right. So, we need increased shells. We'll go for triple base. Go for the TNT. Let's add in everything, because I think they should have everything. I know the Americans don't tend to put sonar on these things, but I do. Let's go look at the actual thickness of the armor. Turrets. Support sides 20. Yes. Top. Supposed to be 6 inches. Barbettes 17 inches thick. Main side belt 19 inches thick. Let's see. Protective deck roughly 4 inches thick. Conning tower. Well, I've got a choice of between 18 and 9 inches thick. You all know what I'm going to pick. Let's see what we can do. Nine, 6, 3, 1.5. Right then. Now, these are 48s. We want them to be 50s. That'll do. Right then, let's see if we can get this weight to a point at which it works. We are at maximum weight anyway. We're going to need to take them down to standard. We are going to need to up the beam. We're still overweight by a long, long way. Any suggestions? Why would you have a conning tower if it's thinner than the belt armor? Because UAD insists on me having a conning tower unless I, really try and avoid it. It's taken us down some weight. Some weight down. 4 weight offset is still massive. And I'm not sure how the 4 weight offset is quite so massive, because there's literally... Look at all these guns sitting here. It's like someone's decided to have an ammo at convention and has just gone, yes, stick all the 16-inch guns you can on me. How are we going to do this with the 4 weight? Take that down to 6. 4 deck down to 6. Half deck up to 9. Oh, good lord, I've got literally 100 tons to deal with this. What happens if I delete that all entirely, the inner belt and the third inner deck entirely? That gives me a little bit more weight to play with. Not much, but it gives me something. Okay, slightly offset aft. That's fine. Right then. Let's see. And we need secondaries. We do need secondaries, but this is literally this has got 24 guns. This is the joy of having 24 guns. Hello and thank you, Blackbird, for subscribing for a month. Let's see. Twin 5-inch. So we've got plenty of the 5-inch around. I'm just adding an extra 5-inch just for the sake of having extra 5-inch. So, what are we going to do about his weight? 4 weight is now heavy again. Fudge. How is the center of balance is down there? It should be aft off weight, I'm actually almost in the center of the ship. Framing wise, that is hydro. Still need that on IDF, but that gives me enough warning things. Enhanced rather than the semi-auto. Ooh. Still, full weight is far too heavy. Right then, shall we see what she does? So, let's see. The Royal Navy ship has white flags. 4-2, yes, Tillman 4-2 was the correct. The one with 15, 18-inch guns. The one with 15, 18-inch guns, actually that's easier. Oh, I just did... I did the 24-60. Ah! See, I have the four listed, the first one on my list is listed as the one with the 16-inch guns. And I had to put up the design, so much so that I couldn't see the chat. I'm going to save this. I'm going to... So tempting to take the California out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to launch the California and I'm going to run the California and then I'm going to do the 18-inch one and we're going to see which one does better. Mainly because I just want to see what this does. It's got 24 16-inch guns. It's basically from the front. You know, if you're in the front of it, you're just going, yeah, that's a heavy American battleship. Once you're to the rear, you're sort of going, oh my lord. What is that phrase? One of my cousins used it. I'm sure it's not the junk in the trunk or something like that. There you go. There's a lot in that trunk. That's a very, very big trunk. Yes. It does look cool. We got it to work. Yeah, I think that does... I think that's the definition of a big rear end. Come on. This ship mostly is rear. I mean, there is a little bit of superstructure there, and there is a little bit of a couple of guns forward, but, you know, most of it is rear, and... Yeah. It's pretty much almost the equivalent of a machine gun battleship. Oh, watching those fires at the back. Oh, that was a good hit. Ouch. Oh. Well, it's good to know we did sink the Yamato, but we didn't get to see her sunk. Let's go to design ship, and let's go to a new ship, and let's do... Well, all I'm going to do is I'm going to copy. And yeah. And let's open up the design mags again. And go for the... the one with Tillman 4-2. 4-1, 4-2, yeah. Tillman 4 had the 24 16-inch guns, and that has the 15th, the 4-2. Yep, got that. Okay. are these in terms of 18-inch guns? What were they? They were... Mm-hmm. "18-inch 45s. Okay. So what are these, sisters? 18-inch 51s. Gonna have to take them down, aren't I? And do we all agree with 18-inch 45s? Because just checking. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I have in the article I'm reading. I got up. If people don't know it, there is a very good article on JSTOR, which is called Build the Limit, the American Maxim Battleship Designs by A.D. Zim. It's featured in Warship International's 1975 edition. And, yep, it has a lot in there. A lot in there. Half-weight offset, 15%. Half-weight offset is now 21%. You never make my life easier, will you? 'Let's see, anything else I can need to add to this vessel? 51, so take them down. Yeah, the guns need to be reset again, don't they? Because they're visibly changing, but the guns aren't editing themselves. "45s, 49s, 47s, 46, 45. Right then, let's make sure these are as enhanced they can be. Increase shunt. Ship is overweight by 300 tons, 4-weight offset. So let's go deal with the 4-weight offset. That should do. So there we go. What do we think? Look okay? Again, this one is also quite junky in the trunky. Let's be honest. That is a lot of firepower. Stability wise, does this have any effect on pitch? Is it increasing pitch? It's increasing pitch. Is that also increasing pitch? There we go. So let's go see what this does. Again, did I check if they're doing? Let's hope it is. Yeah, it is. One of the things I would say about this scenario is if this had been built with 15, 18-inch guns, there is no doubt in my mind that Yamato, if built, is a lot bigger. Although, there again, it was pushing the level of infrastructure as it was in nicest way, so I don't think the Japanese could necessarily have built much bigger, so they'd have had to invest in a lot of infrastructure. It could have actually bankrupted them. The Americans could have won World War II without ever having to fight it if they built the Tillmans. Conning towers are a nice idea for if you're fighting at really close range. And if your commander's the type who's going to go hide behind them and use that to direct his fight from. If they're not that kind of commander, then you're in trouble. I honestly have no idea who's going to fire first. Because they're at 35.3 kilometers. And they're at 36.2 kilometers. So just about, again, it's I swear it's the American guns. They seem to have a slightly longer range. I'm being broadly the same. This is truly thunderous. I think the Japanese scored the first hit. But, oh, good lord. 18-inch guns, when they get you the range. Yowza, that's painful. Let's go see how Arkansas's doing. Arkansas has a fire forward which is ferocious. But, yeah. Basically, Arkansas is carrying the equivalent of Yamato's firepower on her stern alone. So you could argue her forward turrets are bonus. Ouch. Now, that was not good. Oh, and by the way, because there are people who keep suggesting this. Just going to do this. Just going to show you the Yamato stats before people start going, oh, that's designed to blow up. 18-inch main belt, 16-inch fore belt, 9-inch aft belt, 9.1-inch main deck, foredeck, 6.1-inch aft deck, 18-inch conning tower. Turrets, 26 inches at the side, 12.6 inches at the top, 15-inch barbettes. This thing is as much floating steel as I can make it be. It has reinforced bulkheads. It has the standard amount of bulkheads. I suppose I could have it the maximum bulkheads, but I don't. I could, I suppose, put it up to that and go maximum bulkheads. But, you know, that's just massively increasing its size for no real reason. Other than to say I have made an even bigger target. Still overweight on this ship, but you know, hey ho. She's a good looking ship. She's just, yeah. There's a limit. And she tends to blow up in it. Why is the port side heavier than the starboard side? Sorry, my secondary guns have decided to get out of alignment. Probably because I'm being mucking around them, but you know. And again. So this ship is very heavily designed. Yes. This is basically... This is... Look, people have been complaining that the Yamato I have is designed to die. It's not. It mainly dies because people keep matching it up against the stuff which wasn't built that it wouldn't have liked fighting. Again, if we go back to... Well, we have a choice of the California, the Utah, or the Arkansas. The Utah, of course, is the Montana. The Arkansas is the Tillman with the 18-inch guns. The California is the Tillman with the 16-inch guns. We'll go with... I'm going to play with this one again because just for the hell of it. Honestly, because... I just like to play with this. And then while this is running, I will... how do I put this politely? I will look at the chat and I will work out what we do next. So, could you put 50 caliber guns on the 18-inch ship? 18-inch ship. I don't think I did an 18-inch ship. I did a 15-inch ship. If I did an 18-inch ship, that would be 50 caliber. Ooh, probably could do, but it's not. How much? Honestly, what's my weight limit going to be? I think I would have to make that work properly. I would have to. I have an idea. Blackbird. I think I can do it, but I think it's going to be an interesting... What I'm going to do is going to be slightly different. Ouch. You want to design a heavy cruiser, Alferis? We will probably get onto a heavy cruiser at some point. This is just really not fair. You know, come on. Imagine you see this pull into port in front of you. It's got 24 16-inch guns. So it's a case of, did you leave any 16-inch guns for anyone else? Did you? Did you leave any 16-inch guns for anyone else? Let's consider it from this angle. Yowza! May the odds forever be in your favour, because they're going to be. It's the sheer volume of shells coming in. They're gonna hit something. California has 16-inch shells. And that's why... Let's put it this way. If I put this in polite terms, California has 24 16-inch guns. 16-inch 50s. Which means that she has the firepower equivalent of 2 2/3 Iowas. This is the firepower equivalent of 2 2/3 Iowas coming along. That's not going to be a good day for anyone. At any point. Ah, yes. Turret's gone, bye-bye. AI you can now control, but I doubt this will be afloat for much longer. At a certain point, this is just gratuitous, okay? At a certain point, California is just gratuitous. And... no. And someone wanted us to try out... I think it was... 18 18-inch guns. Well, let's go to Arkansas. Let's copy that. I have an idea. I don't think I can necessarily... well, I could do 18 guns, but it would spoil the symmetry. We're going to do 18-inch. So 20 18-inch guns is what we're going for. 25 knot speed. Shall we see if we can go for induced boilers? That's enough. Okay. Enhanced. Still 4,000 tons overweight. What are these? They're 49s. They'd be 45s. That's good. Right then. Half-weight offset. Honestly, I'm not sure where I'm going to lose 2,000 tons from. Anyone have an idea of where I can lose 2,000 tons from? Let's see. Four-weight offset. Okay. So, for symmetry, we want 18 times 18 gun. I've given you 20 times 18-inch guns. You might want for symmetry, you might want 18 18s. We've gone for 20. That's bobbing. Let's see what happens. This is not the most stable design I've ever built. Not the most stable. Admittedly, it has twice the firepower of a Yamato. More than twice the firepower of a Yamato. And, yeah. I'm not sure how many people are supposed to survive this fight. I'd like to see the L70 Super Tribal at some point. Yes, the L70 Super Tribal will be done at some point. I think I did play around with that at some point. Da-da-da. I'm drinking Pepsi today. No Iron Brew yet. I keep ordering it and it keeps being left off the order. Seriously, I'm wasting so much money. You know. And the trouble is, my car's in with the mechanics until probably next week. Because they got parts coming in and they're doing nice things to it. And I walked up to my local shop and they haven't got any Iron Brew, they've only got the bubblegum stuff. And I don't want the bubblegum stuff. Because last time I had it, it was sickly sweet. It was really sickly sweet. There is a debate going on over who's Alfarius. Ay, caramba. There are just... Okay. The usual thing about getting into range of an 18-inch shell sort of applies. But, again, in this scenario... You're getting in range of me with 18-inch shells. You know, it's a case of... Whoever gets the first hit is going to kill it. So far, the Japanese have got the first hits in. But still, that's 20 18-inch guns. Oh, we're now into 8-inch gun range. This is not good. Ouch. Yeah, there you go. 18-inch shell. If it hits in the right place, they basically golden BB'd that one. This is not afloat for long. Let's see. Did I weaken it too much to try to get the 20 guns on? Possibly. We'll see what we can do. I have an idea. I have an idea. Again, the thing is, the moment you lose one turret, it wipes out all your ammunition. Maximum turret farming might not always be the best idea now. There are some advantages to it, but you need really the right shaped hull for it. That was a big explosion. A really big explosion. Right, let's go to that one again, and let's see what we can do this time to make this slightly better. So, they've got 9.6 inches, not the 12 inches the Yamato has on top. What can we do? Now that gives us 18 18-inch guns. It's also saved us some weight. We're going to take the speed down to 24 knots because that's going to save us something, believe it or not, as well. Can we go to natural boilers? Not yet, no. We've got geared turbines to the maximum. So, let's start moving stuff back along the ship and see if we can't bring things in. Right, so got 500 tons now I can do more with. If I take that down to 8 and I put that up to 8, doesn't change things. Not enough. We want to be dealing with plunging fire. We've got these at 45s. We've got the 18 inch. Can we get this to work? Full weight offset 6%. What can I do to reduce that? Pitch 40.5%. Pitch is blooming annoying me. Is there anything I can do which reduces pitch from 40.5%? Okay, so we got all that. Let's reduce pitch down to that level. Full weight offset is still massive. You go to 6. No, hang on. You go to 10. I'll do. And you go up. Shall we see if this works? The heart gun. I think if you could make a heart gun fit on a battleship, it would be an interesting design. Let's see if we can do this. So, the triple turrets are the raised turrets, the quadruple turrets are the lower turrets, so it's got 18 18-inch guns. We have dropped 2 guns off and not saved really that much weight, but just enough weight to make our lives just that much easier. Where the real question is, who is Omegon? I think that's Drac. Well, let's be honest, you had enough 16-inch 50 guns running around that you could weld 2 together and see what happens. Okay. Ranging has been achieved. So with merely the firepower of 2 Yamatos, I wouldn't like to put in a battle against 2 Yamatos. That wouldn't be what I would do at all. But yeah, ranging has achieved. The thing was, part of the trouble with the harp gun was that it was actually 2 50 cals, or 2 16-inch 50s welded together. Whoa, we got fire. I don't like this. We got fire and we got flooding. Not good. There again, I have this feeling that, yes, the forward turret has just become part of the, well, in this game, Japanese space program. So, yeah. Yup, that was painful. My dear Sean, we are most definitely not the same person. Despite some people on the internet believing we are. There seems to be a disturbingly large number of people on the internet who believe we are the same person. And I would like to say, for the standard ground, no, we're not. For starters, he's spending this week having fun whacking people's heads with various weapons at a reenactment tournament, whereas I am spending this weekend arguing with bookshelves and helping out cousins. And yes, like Kit Drac has the time to run 2 channels. We are Alfarius. May I build a heavy cruiser? Who do you want to build a heavy cruiser for, Alfarius? We'll do a heavy cruiser, and then it's probably going to be dog walking time for me this evening. Also because I have a Ring camera I need to actually put back up because I've been charging it all day. And if I'm not mistaken, I have a tax bill I had to pay. Yeah. You'd like to build an American heavy cruiser? Okay. Well, we'll do it. American versus Japanese. Heavy cruiser it is. What heavy cruiser we'd like? What are the odds? What stats? Let's see the towers. The trouble is they're gonna be the... Oh, frigate. That doesn't look like any heavy cruiser ever built by anyone. That looks sort of like a Dido. All the towers are the same. That's just... Yeah. Currently, this looks like a very large torpedo boat. Today's going swimming. I've nearly eaten half a watermelon. That's definitely something to describe it as. Why have you nearly eaten half a or rather, merely eaten nearly half a watermelon? I'm just waiting to see what Alvarez is going to say in a second of this. Yeah, you're back from the ads. I know American cruisers didn't have sonar, but I'm putting sonar on mine. Hello, Breaker 5570. Yeah, those are the only options of the towers. They don't really look American to me. But I will say one thing. This ship has a fairly good AA element fit. It's sort of a case of, yeah, this ship is not something you want to necessarily fight. My ears, that sub alert is so loud. I have them turned down. I'm not sure why there is. Why is the starboard heavier than the port? Okay, let's check out why is starboard heavier than port. They're in line. They're in line. Ah, yes, there's a torpedo launcher on one side, but not on the other. I have no idea why there is a torpedo launcher on one side, but not on the other. But I'm planning on fixing that one. So, let's see. I'm wearing headphones. That was completely There are torpedoes on this vessel. Some guns have poor sector of fire. They will do, yes. Full weight. No. Okay. We'll sort out the torpedoes in a bit. But full weight still gone up. Just annoying. Little known figure, this trick of how it works well on cruisers, etc. Giving them a very thick belt and a very interesting main deck. For a cruiser, it can reduce your pitch and pretty much everything else to the point at which you're just going, yay, this will work for me. And you'll notice also the roll is going down along with the pitch. So yeah. Right then, so when I tried to put an 8-inch gun on here earlier, I replaced that quickly and go for centerline guns, 8-inch. It didn't like it. Could I get a twin 8-inch? No, it's just not really in liking. Not liking the 8-inch up there. In fact, basically the best I can get up there is the 5-inch. Try 6-inch. Oh, I could try 6-inch. Let's see if the main guns, the 6-inch, centerline guns, 6-inch work. Oh, they do. Oh, they do. They don't. So we'd have one 6-inch turret, which would ruin, in real life, would ruin our ability to fire. And just annoy the life out of me in present time. Ship is overweight by a few hundred tons. Let's see. Starboard offset weight 6.7%. So I'm guessing, yeah. So right then, half weight 2% heavier. Which guns have poor sectors of fire on this ship? Because honestly, I can't see a single one which has a poor sector of fire. Probably you're talking about this and this. And again, full weight's gone up again. Let's do that. What do you think? Hello, Leslie. I am currently designing a cruiser for the last design of the evening. And let's now design our Japanese equivalent cruiser. Oh Lord, help me, this could be fun. We're going to go for 33 knots again. We're going to go for veterans, because they were. We're going to go for standard. We're going to go for oil-fired. In fact, we're going to go for pretty much exactly the same in terms of fit. This ship is definitely not going to be considered by anyone to be paper mache. So, oh good Lord. Okay, funnel. Now you'd think they design it so that would expand to fit round all of them, but that's obviously designed to fit round smaller ones than that. So there is an option, another option. Let's go. All crane towers. That one can not fit on that. That one fits there. That one does that. That one doesn't fit round it. That one doesn't fit round it. So let's go to the funnels and let's see if there's... That funnel does fit in it. So if I do that, and that, what do you think? Does that look cool? At least, broadly speaking. Now, let's find out a tall superimposed barbette. That's tall. That's nope. Still can't fire enough places, frankly. What are we gonna do with you? How big can we do it? Barbettes. That's definitely not tall. Oh, nope, that's not going to fire over. Should be, in theory, this superimposed barbette should be tall enough that I can do it. But it's not going to let me. The Japanese hull is just interesting. Notice how the 5-inch guns won't fit. You have to do all sorts of interesting things with them to get them to fit in. And then you got the 3-inch guns, which you can fit sort of. You can't really fit those along the line either. You have to do all sorts of 2-inch guns. They will fit. Oh, well, we know there's something which is going to work on the Japanese ship, don't we? We do know there's going to be... The torpedo system is bound to work. Yep. Definitely a UAD moment, and let's see. Just giving them basically the same as I'm giving the Americans, so it's fair. They had about Gen 2 radar. Standard should work for that. Take the range down a tad. And we will see what will happen. we will see what will happen. I'd say they're fairly good representations of what they could have produced. Although, that is a broadside of 30 torpedoes. Yep. 30 long lancers are able to be fired from either side. So, we will just lead us to the auto and see what happens. I have a feeling Missoula is going to get killed by a torpedo massacre. But Missoula has a lot more armor than the Japanese equivalent vessel does, so she has less 8-inch guns, but she has more armor, and she does have her own torpedoes. And this is our Japanese counterpart. Yep. Able to fire a broadside of 30 torpedoes. Probably single-handedly could ambush an entire task group. This is why you never don't add sonar to your ships. Hydrophone, sonar, whatever the options, you add them to your ships. Eight-inch guns are firing. A night engagement would not benefit the Americans in this scenario. Oh, frigate. There may already be torpedoes in the water. Don't close, AI. Don't be silly. So far it's a gunnery engagement. Actually, the Japanese is doing better. When this vessel has a lot more in terms of armor. Oh no, there are torpedoes in the water. There are lots of torpedoes in the water. I think they're trying to avoid the torpedoes in the water. They've launched their own torpedoes into the water. That's just not good. Well, the American flag is still flying. The guns are still firing. There are torpedoes all over the water, a place. The Sushio looks like an absolute wreck. Basically, I think we can safely say that whatever happens after this battle, neither of these vessels are getting home. Basically, both, whichever one survives is calling for a tow and probably an evacuation. Look at all the torpedoes in the water running around it right now. It's torpedo damage. Yowza. To be fair, this looks more like the Battle of Tsushima than a battle from World War II at this range. Surrendered? Goodness gracious me, Masula. Oh, frigate. Let's see. Down received. Goodness gracious. Torpedo accuracy. Both of them 0%. Neither assured a single torpedo hit. Yeah. That was bad. That was bad. Let's have a look at these ships and see. Let's go to design ship and let's see what happened. When was the last time a warship actually surrendered in battle? If you're talking about a proper functioning warship, that is rare. If you're talking about a patrol boat or something like that, that's less so. So, there we go. This is our American cruiser. Let's get rid of the torpedoes. The 8-inch guns are as long a range as we can make them. So the 5-inch. They're 46s. And let's go for inner belt to 4 inches, 2 inches, and 1 inch. Let's put the inner deck that up to 4 inches, 2 inches, 1 inch. We're adding in survivability. Basically, that's what we're now doing. We are just adding in survivability for this vessel. Because I think that's our main thing. We want to be survivable at range. And more survivable we are at range, the better. I think this time I might need to gain better control of my natural. This one can do 33 knots. It's fast. It's got the maximum number of bulkheads. It's got a triple hull bottom. It's got the maximum anti-torpedoes. It's got sonar, RDF, top of the range radar, everything. It's got automatic guns even, I gave it. Standard ratio of shells. Right, let's have a look at the Japanese vessel, because that too had issues. It too had issues. I don't like them to die in a glorious fashion. I do like them to actually sort of have a chance of winning, but it's working out what is the problem here? Why is it torpedo? Their range is where did I go? That one, and that one, and that one. And then I use that weight to do this and this. That seems to be fair. Yeah. Let's launch it again. Needs more torpedoes. I know it does need more torpedoes, but, you know, there's eventually just only so many torpedoes you can actually give something before, honestly, it has almost too many torpedoes. I could add some more. We've now maxed out our torpedoes. Let's launch it and see what happens. Proper warship surrendering. Battle of Tsushima springs to mind. I think there are some Chinese vessels which you could versus the Japanese, which you could say were proper warships, but honestly, they were ancient and they were outnumbered and outgunned. And even then, the surrender is. I do sometimes wonder about it. There were some interesting engagements of ships in the Chinese Civil War as well, but yeah. You're talking outside of civil wars, it's very, very rare. And basically it's Battle of Tsushima. And let's go see how this is handling life. Oh, looking very happy. 12 8-inch guns, very happily. The Japanese outrange me for some reason. But I seem to be registering more hits against them, so that's good. Let's go see what is actually going on over there. I'm registering hits but not doing much damage. Take my advice, do not close to torpedo range. Don't close to torpedo range. In fact, What are we using as our warning alert that it's close to torpedo range? 2-inch gun is 11.2 kilometers. 5-inch gun is 17.8 kilometers. If I remember correctly, the torpedo range is roughly 20 something kilometers. Yeah, we're almost in 5-inch range. We're well within the torpedo range. This is not sensible. There's a lot of 5-inch guns engaging. It's extensive fire. It was the 5-inch guns which did it. Right then, I am off to walk Fluffs. I hope you all have had a lovely day, and I hope you've all had a good week, and I will hope to see you on Sunday. Tomorrow evening there will be another long patrol. The long patrol, which was supposed to be earlier in the week, about battle cruisers prior to World War One, will be coming out on YouTube. Tonight, Montana, which was Key Ship Series 2 Part 4, Key Ship Series 4 Part 2 has come out on the YouTube channel. And yeah, thank you again for all your support, because honestly, I wouldn't be able to do all this without you. Thank you very much. Take care and have a nice evening. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Jushapetchin. Thank you, Leslian. Thank you, Malaga. Thank you, Alfarius. Thank you, King's Rook. Thank you, all the people who've joined tonight. Thank you, Blackbird and Sean Mack. Thank you, everyone who's been on today. It's been always nice chatting with you all. Take care, on, and have a nice day. Toodles. Thank you, Leslie.